Hi everyone, Sarah Pacaro with Rewrite Your Life. That's weird to say, but rapid transformational therapist. I work with women to heal from within after having been in toxic and unhealthy relationships because they're extremely damaging on so many levels, the mental, emotional, physical level. And even after you're out of the relationship and you've gone no contact, your mind is still ruminating, still thinking about what if, coulda, shoulda, what if they changed, or I hope they get better, and what if they do. And there's so many powerful ways that even when you have made the decision, enough is enough, I'm done, I said last time is the last time, I can't do this anymore, guess what? Just because you are done does not mean that they are. And they will use powerful, powerful attempts to hoover and suck you back in long after the relationship has ended. The relationship with the last narcissist in my life ended years ago. I still get emails. I love you so much. I love you. I love our daughter. Well, okay, that's fine. I love you. Even when it comes to not following through and the impact that it has on my daughter, narcissists use their children as pawns. And of course, we are human, especially those of us who have been with a narcissist, are highly forgiving, highly empathetic, highly sensitive and emotional, and it is really easy to get that feeling like maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I should go back. Maybe it would be easier. Maybe this time is different. And the narcissist knows this and loves this and uses this. So there are extremely powerful ways that they will try to hoover and suck you back in to get you to move up on their supply chain. So today we're going to talk about different ways that they will hoover, what to do, what to look out for, and how to negate this so that you don't get sucked back in, because you go back, you're going to get what you got then. Nothing has changed. They don't change. And the breakup happened a while ago, and it's been a tough road, and you've been on your journey to healing, and maybe healing just seems like no contact right now. Everyone's at a different part in their place and their journey to healing, and maybe you finally feel like you're able to let go of some of their negative energy because it's not a constant in your life anymore, and live a happy, healthy, fulfilling life. And then you get a text, or then you get an email, or then you notice them, they like your Facebook posts, or they start commenting on them, and then, oh my god, oh, these feelings about the narcissist come rushing back. Depending on the message that they send you, your tattered self-confidence, if you haven't done the inner work to heal yet, might be coupled with guilt, with anger, with any number of overwhelming emotions. I just finished a coaching call with a client who just said, I just feel so guilty. They have no one else. They had someone before you. I promise you'll have someone after you. You are not the only one. But them making you feel like you're the only person that they have to go to, or them making you feel like you're the one that loves me and understands me the most, keeps you sucked in, keeps you hoovered. You may even question, I don't know, is this narcissist really a narcissist? Or was I just being sensitive and dramatic and emotional? What's happening here? So what's happening is that you are experiencing narcissistic hoovering. It's a tactic that's used to suck you back into the relationship. And it's easy to think that you would never, ever, ever consider getting back with this person because, gosh, look at all the things that they've done to you. That is until they use one or more of the hoovering techniques that we're going to talk about. So we're going to examine some of the most common hoovering techniques. And to prevent them from being able to suck you back in, you need to understand the narcissist, and this is part of understanding them, is part of knowing what they're going to do after the relationship has ended to still get you back. They don't ever leave easily, and many people say, why won't he just leave? Why won't he just move? Why won't he just stop? If he hates me so much and he's got a new girlfriend and moving in and got new supply, why doesn't he just go be with her? Well, because they're narcissists and they don't do that easily. It's like a drug. Would you ever stop, just if you're addicted to drugs, just stop using them? No, it's really difficult to go cold turkey. They're not going to cut off their supply, and you're their source of supply. And narcissists don't have rules that they follow. They don't know, like, oh, that's wrong, I'm not going to do that. What seems to be out of bounds for you, for them, isn't too far-fetched at all. They love the game, the challenge, and pushing and breaking boundaries, so they will do any and everything to try to get you back and suck you back in, just like a vacuum sucks up the dirt in your carpet. And as soon as you fall for one of their little tricks, they're like, ha ha ha, got him. They're completely fulfilled. They love it. It's not about you. It's about them. And this is why they come back time and time again. This is why you can't seem to get out of it. It's also why the abuse kicks in again, even worse than before. So be careful. They simply want to see, with these hoovering techniques, all they want to see is, do I still got it? Can I get them back? Can I have an influence on them? And if they are successful, which is all they want, they don't care about you. They don't love you. They just want to see, if I play this game with them that I always used to play, can I get them back? Can I win? Can I suck them back in? And then they go back to abusing you very, very quickly, or completely discarding you again, because they're like, look at them. They're so weak. Ugh. And then they discard you again, and you are left even more than before feeling tattered, shattered, like a shell of yourself, feeling and being so much more harsh and critical on yourself, because you're like, God, I knew better. Why did I do that again? So don't fall for their tricks, and here are common hoovering tactics and traps that the narcissist will use to get you back in. Number 1, they'll pretend like the breakup never happened. Oh my God, I used to hear this all the time. This is one of the tricks that they play. I used to say, hey, we're done, we're over, I moved on. Come on, we're not done. We're not broken up, Sarah. Come on. I'm like, no, yeah, we are broken up. I'm actually talking to someone else, and going quite well. No, you're not. You're not talking to anyone else. We're not done. We're not over. Even if you haven't been together for a while, they come back and you've been dating or seeing or talking to someone else, and either you tell them, hey, I've moved on, or they heard from someone else that you've moved on, and suddenly you get a delivery of flowers at your house. A little card. Thinking of you. Miss you. Hope you're doing well. And you think, oh my gosh, how sweet. And this takes you by surprise, and nonetheless it is a sweet gesture, and then gets you to start thinking about all the good times that you two used to have together. And before you know it, you've sent them a thank you message or a thank you call. Hey, just wanted to thank you for the flowers, that was really nice of you. Boom, you're sucked back in. Or the second thing is that they tell you how much they love and adore you. You guys, it's been years since the relationship with the last narcissist. I could pull up an email from 3 days ago. Just wanted to say I love you. Guess what I do with it? Absolutely nothing. It's like the junk spam email that I get. It's an attempt to hoover and suck you back in. And there's a little more that people want to hear. We all, especially when we hear we're loved or we're adored or we're felt that we're loved or adored, this hits something deep within us that as a child we didn't feel loved, we didn't feel adored, we didn't feel that we belonged, we were accepted, that we fit in, we didn't feel we were good enough. And hearing these words from someone that we used to love or thought that we loved or did love so much, boom, cracks that open again, and it evokes these feelings of happiness, these feelings of being valued, and it makes you feel like someone understands you, someone wants to be with you, someone cares about you and loves you. And the narcissists use this basic human need to be loved in these 3 words, I love you, I adore you, as a weapon. They do not mean them. They use them as a weapon against you, and they'll tell you, you know that we're soulmates, you know we're meant to be together, I know this is hard, but we're going to get through this. And you're thinking, what? Do you even remember all the things that you've done to me? And they don't bring them up. But they just tell you, we're going to get through this, I love you so much. And these proclamations that they make feed upon your inner need to feel loved, feel valued, appreciated. And it brings in this romantic ideal that connects somewhere in the back of your mind that true love is like a movie, like a drama, like a romance comedy, that it's supposed to be dramatic, it's supposed to be like Romeo and Juliet, I would die for you, that true love is pain, joy, and everything in between. But this kind of love is an unhealthy obsession. It's not this true healthy love. I made a post the other day that talks about healthy love, and it's nothing that a narcissistic relationship has. None of those qualities are healthy. So you'll notice the third way they try to hoover or suck you back in is this reminiscent, this sentimental. Obviously, not everything in the relationship was bad. You had some good times in the past, a lot of them. A lot of fun with, especially in the beginning in the love bombing phase. And they count on your reflection, your reminiscence of these good times, and they feed off of it. I used to get pictures sent to me all the time of all the things that we did together, all the places we vacationed, all the places we traveled. Nothing else, just the pictures. And that was to trigger in my mind, wow, we had good times together. I want more of those good times, because not being together, I'm not getting those good times. That is the way they get you hoovered and stuck back in. So you'll notice they send old pictures of you and you're smiling and you're happy you're on vacation. This is a sentimental or reminiscent way to hoover and suck you back in. Then you'll notice the fourth way is the accidental contact. And can happen a couple of ways. First of all, you'll receive like a random message, and it's doesn't really even make any sense. It's like, yeah, I'll meet you there at 2. Cool, see you then. And you're like, what? And then that's a way to get you to reply back, what are you talking about? Or you to say, I think you meant to send this to someone else. And boom, they're like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to send that to someone else. Or a way to get you to say, hey, did you try to contact me? And they're like, oh, no, sorry, that was for someone else. Oh, but, hey, by the way, how are you doing? And it's a way to get you to engage in conversation with them, because maybe it's been a while since you've talked. Maybe you have gone no contact. It's a way to get that ball rolling again, and to get you to start talking to them again. And pretty soon you're stuck in this full-on conversation that's like, hey, I'd love to see you again. It's been a while. Why don't let me take you out to dinner? Let's go to coffee. Let's meet up. Or why don't you stop by on your way home from work tonight? Be careful from this. Bad news. Fifth one is you'll notice there's a crisis. This happened a lot when COVID started happening. Or they'll comment or something on like your Facebook or social media, maybe that you have cared for like a family member who's sick or something, and there's a crisis, and they use this to pull at your heartstrings. And after all, like, this is a person that you used to deeply care about, and seeing another person go through crisis breaks your heart. And so they use various crises to suck you back in. In the beginning of COVID, they used it to say, hey, how are you doing? I used to get messages, just so you know, I'm here for you and your family. If you guys need anything, I have extra toilet paper, I have extra food, I have tons of extra water, let me know. And that was a way to get me to feel like, wow, how caring and loving is he? Total hoover move. Or you'll get a text or phone call, hey, I saw that this person that we used to know, like a mutual friend, was just in a car accident, or is sick, or is in the hospital. I just wanted to let you know. And it's, again, a way to get you sucked back in to engage in conversation and get that ball rolling again. Oftentimes, yeah, they're in the hospital and they're sick, but it's like, it's not that big of a deal, and they'll over-exaggerate this sense of crisis. Or it didn't even exist in the first place. They're liars on liars on liars, and so be careful. Don't fall for that hoovering technique. The next one is the one where they get someone else to test the waters. This is a common strategy for very cowardly narcissists. They want to hoover you back in, but they don't want to get their fragile little tiny ego bruised anymore with any kind of face-to-face or one-on-one rejection. So they send a mutual friend. These people are called their flying monkeys, or a family member of whom that you used to be connected or really contacted with. They'll even use their kids for this. If you're at the age where they have adult kids, they can use their kids to triangulate them and say, hey, will you just send them a message and, hey, my mom is just wanted to see how you're doing, or just wanted to see if you're okay, so and so's thinking about you. They'll use a third party to try to get you back in and test the waters, because they know that you'll be more likely to cave and reach out to that person, and then that connects you to the narcissist. So watch out. You'll notice the next way is just this over apology. They apologize over and over and over and over. I'm so sorry. I know that I hurt you. I'll never do that again. Please, I've changed. I've been working on myself. I've gotten better. I will never, ever, ever do that to you ever again. I know how much I hurt you. You mean the world to me, and I swear to God, this time is different. And you'll think, wow, they're really going above and beyond to apologize. So maybe they really mean it this time. Just because they're overly apologizing does not mean they have made any miraculous life-altering changes or any changes at all. It is not going to happen if they are really a narcissist, but this is a hoovering technique. They will overly apologize to get you to break, to crack the ice. Or they'll bait you with social media. They'll start liking your posts, they'll start commenting on your posts, because it feels good. You get a hit of dopamine in your brain every time you get a like or a comment. It's like, oh, it feels really good, and maybe they really do like me. They get a like on social media and they really like me, and you start to realize like they're engaging with me again, and this feels really good. Hey guys, hello. Not their first time around the block. Due to the nature of their past relationships, they have a really good reason to believe that you're going to be on the lookout for someone else, and this is called dipping. It's called dipping. They're dipping their toe in the water, and they're seeing that you are seeing their interaction with them just by liking their posts, and they're dipping their toe and they're liking, they're commenting to see if you will take the bait, to see if they like your post or comment enough that you'll reach out to them. Hey, I noticed you've been liking my post, or hey, how have you been? This is another hoovering technique. It's a very cowardly, lazy way of hoovering. It doesn't really inquire engaging with you in any sort of fashion. It's kind of like a soft, and they're using it via the internet to see if you fall for it. And if you do give into their Facebook or Instagram or whatever hoovering, don't fall for that one. Another one is you'll notice gifts. Like if they were, if one of their love languages is gifts of affirmation, they'll have flowers that they'll have gifts delivered to your door. It's not every narcissist will send you gifts, but you'll notice that they use gifts to send you stuff. I have a client that I'm working with right now. She receives candy, she receives flowers, she receives like clothing and stuff that they used to do in their relationship. Even though the relationship has ended, this narcissist still continues those same tactics that worked in the relationship. They throw you these gifts to keep you, knock you off balance. You're trying to find your steady ground again, and they knock you off balance, and they're like, see, I'm not that bad. If I were really that bad, would I be sending you gifts? Would I be sending you flowers? And again, this is bait, a way to suck you back in. They hate spending their money on other people, so a gift is actually kind of somewhat painful for them, but they will send you a gift as a last-ditch effort to tug on your heartstrings and allow them back in. You allow them to come back in. So don't be fooled in thinking just because they've had this epiphany and they're sending you gifts that they now suddenly see your worth and your value and are going to start treating you with love and respect. Once you give in to their selfish agendas, they go back to abusing you the same way that they did before. Just ask anyone who's ever been hoovered by a narcissist. It does not change. So, understand all their hoovering techniques. Don't get sucked back in. And what you can do to regain control and power is stop playing the game. Know these things. Know that they're going to use all these different tactics and ways to suck you back in. And remember, they are always out to get what they can from another person. But the only person that they care about is the person that they see in the mirror when they look in it every day. No one else. Just themselves. And the thing is, they don't really even care about themselves. That's why they have to get the source of supply for people who do have these qualities that they don't have. They have to suck it up with them. And breaking up, going no contact, ending a relationship with a narcissist is a massive, massive blow to their ego. They don't like blows to their ego. And so they will use these hoovering techniques to go above and beyond to try to repair their hurt little fragile little egos. And they play whatever tricks and games that they can get, anything they have up their sleeve to suck you back in and get you back under their control. So don't fall for it. Best thing is to go no contact, move forward, and don't look back. Don't look back. You're not going that direction. And then work on healing from within, work on healing yourself. So I hope that these hoovering techniques have helped you understand the ways that they're going to suck you back in. don't fall for them. Know that that's all they are. They're hoovering techniques. It does not mean they've had a change of heart. And then do the work to heal. Don't look back. And if you're ready for that, and you're ready to find this connection of why did I let this narcissist in my life, and I'm ready to move forward and not let them back in, and regain your self-confidence, your self-worth, your belief in yourself, really truly love yourself and heal those abandonment wounds, the betrayal wounds, then I would love to connect with you if that's where you're at. And that's stage 2 of narcissistic abuse. This is part of stage 1, getting out of the victim stage and understanding them. Understanding is power, and unless you understand, you're going to fall for their tricks. So I hope that this video helps strengthen you in your understanding of them, and then gives you an outlet to move forward towards your healing. And if that's where you're at, please reach out and connect. Thank you guys as always. Have a wonderful day.